You do it.
Good morning.
That's not how we start, but it's fine.
Welcome to This Is the Day.
That's better.
I was just really excited to say good morning.
Yeah, we just have no idea. It's a bit presumptuous. You know, we're living in a world where we're trying to just not make assumptions all the time. And, you know, it may not be morning.
Oh, that is, I was about to like drop the good part of it and just say morning instead, but now I see where you're going. It could be 7 p.m. in the evening.
You know, now that
now I'm like throwing people's circadian rhythm and stuff all out of whack because I'm making them think it's morning time.
You don't want to do that.
Sorry.
I know. That was very, and then
it was presumptuous.
Yeah, and then you made me think about the good too. I guess you can't say that either.
Right, because what if it's not?
Well, who are you to dictate what somebody's morning is going to be like?
Yes, you're right. Okay, can we rewind and start over?
No.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's been said now. Welcome.
It's out there. You know what? It's like, it is interesting. The rules.
The rules.
I like to be respectful of people.
Sure.
And with language, of course. Yes. You know, and I'm happy with language changing and adapting and figuring it, and being responsible with that. But
yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Halloween. Let's get everybody right now. Let's just get them all.
Happy Chinese New Year? Do you say happy for that?
Well, I don't know.
I don't either.
No, I have to. I don't know. Sure. Why not?
I hope it's happy.
Did you mean it with a pure heart?
Yes.
Then let's go.
I did.
Yeah. I think if we look at the scriptures, you know, like if we're doing something out of a pure heart, and then if it is a problem for somebody, we can follow up or whatever. But
I want people to have a celebration and be happy and enjoy it. So
why not? I'm down.
There we go.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So point being, welcome.
That is exactly the point of everything we just said. Welcome.
Yeah, to This Is the Day.
Yes.
And whether you're watching live or on demand, if you are watching live, good morning.
Yes.
If we're watching on demand, maybe have a good morning tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Good morning.
we're not dictating. I think we're just offering well wishes.
And hoping it for you.
Yeah.
That in the midst of whatever's going on, it's a good morning.
Sure. Yeah.
Or good day, or good evening, or good midnight.
Good morrow.
Good morrow.
I think that's how we should end every day.
I like that. Good morrow.
Good morrow.
Good evening and good morrow.
Oh, wow. You're so refined.
You can't help it. Saying a word like morrow, good morrow, it just comes out.
I go into like newscaster voice.
Okay.
Oh, what I hear in my head, at least. I don't know that it is.
Interesting.
Yes. Thank you for joining us on This Is the Day.
Yeah.
Good morrow.
There it is.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it that time.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if it was there. That's what I got in my head.
I had to pay attention, but once you said it, I realized that, yeah, there's a newscaster vibe.
Well, my voice is like butterscotch. A bit of an acquired taste. Mostly.
I was going to say, but do people like butterscotch? I don't know.
Mostly coming out of the bottom of an old lady's purse. It's fine, yeah. Or nice and warm from somebody's
pocket. It's got like
pocket.
the fuzzies all over it. Whoa.
Hey, you want some butterscotch? You got anything else? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the butterscotch.
Pass.
Oh, no, I'm down.
Okay.
I like the butterscotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, little Werthers.
I was going to say, is it different from taffy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah. You can have soft butterscotch. You can have hard butterscotch.
Yeah. Soft is good.
Yeah, you're right, though. If there are other options, you're probably not choosing the butterscotch.
Probably not.
Yeah. You want the butterscotch pudding?
No. Is that the flavor of Werther's candies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've always thought of them as like grandparent candies.
They have caramels, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Or caramels.
Caramel.
Caramels?
Caramel.
What?
You're talking about caramel?
Caramels?
Oh, the caramel candies.
Caramel candy. Yeah. Are you eating a caramel apple or a caramel apple?
Caramel apple.
I don't think so.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm with you. It's spelled caramel, but if I'm having an apple, it's a caramel apple.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Although I will say caramel apples are very tricky for me to eat. I always feel like I'm going to lose a tooth.
Well, you want them sliced.
Oh, I've never had that.
Yeah.
See, I've only had them like at the Deerfield Fair where they just have the entire apple covered in caramel and then they dip it in the nuts too, which just adds a good crunch. But it's tricky when you eat that thing.
Yeah, see, I've been
Feels like you're going to like lose a tooth in it.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I've been to other places.
Yeah.
Other places have learned slice those
them
bad boys.
first. Come on, Deerfield.
And you can do that. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, but if you're only getting it I get it at a fair, you know.
Right.
It's, supply and demand. You got to get those things coming out.
Yeah, you're right.
They have them at like chocolate shops. Like like chocolate shop. Like if you go to a
Right.
downtown somewhere and they have
Right.
a chocolate shop, a lot of times they'll have
Okay.
dipped
I
apples.
think there's a good chocolate shop in downtown Concord.
And those are usually sliced. Then you can enjoy,
know
and
how
you
I've
don't
been
have to eat
missing
the.
this.
Then you don't have to eat the whole thing at once
Right,
either.
that's the other thing is, I mean, it's usually like this is too much at
Well,
one
you can
time.
have two
Yeah.
slices of apples, and then a little bit later on.
There's a lot of smart people in the world.
Well, I learned all that from the sumstress.
Yeah.
She likes.
She's
those.
one of them, the smart people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She's made a few mistakes. One, maybe big one. I don't know. You know, we have 25 years this year. I
Wow.
know. I'm like really jazzed.
Quarter of a century.
I know. I'm working on something for her. And I was talking to a friend, and he's like, wait, didn't you just have your 20? Like, he got really indignant
Yeah.
with me. I'm like, yeah, 5 years ago, we had our 20th
It has been that long.
anniversary. Yeah,
25 years.
that's pretty rad.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I mean, it's not till December, but
Well, it's close
I
enough.
have a good feeling.
Yeah,
I think
that you're
we're
going to make
I
it.
think we're going to make it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get overconfident, but
It could, I mean, in 25 years is like, that could be like a few months of celebration leading up to that because, yeah, and even after, because, man, that's a cool thing to have achieved.
it's just so fun to, like, I love her more every day. I really do. And learn new things all the time. And man, she's a wild card.
Yeah,
She knows it too.
I like that.
I know. Keeps me on my toes. That's why I have so
That's a
much
good thing.
order and discipline in every other aspect of my life. It's because, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you got enough surprises that come out and you never know when.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
seems like a healthy thing.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, share the show.
Yeah, be a great idea.
Yeah. I think there was already like some really important discussion on language.
Yes, indeed.
And it could be helpful to somebody, you know, in this current climate that we're in as they're trying to navigate that. So there's a lot more to come.
There is. There really is. There's a lot that's going to happen. I'm excited about it.
I'm too.
Some cool stuff in store.
For shows. This is cool. I thought
Yeah.
this was really cool. So we had been discussing, you know, part of this is the day. Just a little update for everybody because
Sure.
it's important to remind everybody kind of what we're doing here. This is the day is a reminder that, hey, this may not be the day you wanted, the day you would have drawn up, the day you would plan, but it's the day you got. So have a day.
Right.
And, you know, and the kind of the idea here is we can really focus on all the things we can't do, things that are canceled, plans that have had to adapt and shift. Like, you know, my 25th anniversary, you know, I can't, it's not like we're planning on,
Probably not
you know,
going on a cruise
we're not
or
going to
anything.
Paris,
Yeah.
you know, we're not,
Yeah.
I don't know what we would have done anyway, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just different, you know, so
It is.
you can sit and think about like that a lot or even just wait. And I was thinking a lot about like waiting, and waiting's hard. Like when you pray, God
Yes,
says
it
yes,
is.
no, wait.
Yep.
And I think the waiting is actually harder than the no. But to actively wait. So like waiting rooms, like doctor's office. I don't remember like as a kid being in a waiting room.
I remember it as an adult being in a waiting room.
Well, it's a little different now, but you used to like grab an old magazine, you know, that had been touched by, you know, lots of sick hands.
Yes, that is true. I think I used to always take, what is it, like the highlights?
Highlights,
Yes.
yep, for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would read like People, like a People magazine that was 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, I'd always search for a National Geographic if they had it.
Well, you would, yeah.
Yeah, I
and
always
just
liked
like
those.
like flipping through, you know, and really not reading. And now, like in the waiting rooms, you know, it's just like people are, and, you know, they're reading the news or scrolling mindlessly through social
Playing
media.
a game, maybe.
Or playing a game.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, I've been trying, like, in those situations, you know, I started trying to be actively wait. Like, instead of just passively waiting, killing.
Sure,
why
filling the time up with stuff.
Well, killing time.
Yeah.
What a weird. Why we kill time? Why are we killing time?
Huh.
That's so weird. I don't want to kill time. I want to use time.
Yeah.
So like if I'm going to pick up my phone, well, I can scroll mindlessly through social media and let it do all the things that it does and is designed to do to my soul. Or I could like text 10 people.
Sure. Yeah.
Something encouraging.
This is true.
See, that's active waiting.
Yeah.
I could.
That's a good point.
I could read the Bible on my phone. I could put the phone down and lift up my head and wait for people to realize that I'm not looking at my phone, and it freaks them
And
out.
actually look at people
'Cause
who are
they're
in the
all-
same room as you.
All of a sudden they go, and you just go,
Yeah. People are like, what's this person looking at me for?
they're like, wait, is that socially acceptable?
Yeah.
So actively, actively waiting. So whether you're waiting or just thriving where you are, whatever. But the whole idea of this is the day is to say, hey, have a day. This is the day.
Yep.
You got it?
C'est le jour.
I don't know what's that mean.
This is the day.
In what?
French.
Okay.
I'm learning.
Oh,
C'est
yeah,
le jour. This is the day.
So that's right. See, you're like learning French.
there.
You have like a 14-year goal to
Yeah.
be fluent in French.
If you wanted to be faster, I might start using some.
Please.
But yeah, this is the day.
Right. And then how to have like encouraging, like soul lifting, soul refreshing conversations that are encouraging, and yeah, good stuff. So we were talking about we talk about to-do-ins. So what are you up to?
The to-do-ins.
Yeah, we want you. We want you to be participants.
I want to hear.
Yeah, it's not about like, hey, live vicariously through Bo Chansey.
No, let us do that through you. We want to know the to-do-ins for you.
Right on. So, we've asked that you send pictures, videos of, what are you up to? Like, how you living? What's going on? To This Is The Day at ManchesterChristian.com. And something very near and dear to you, your ma.
My little mama.
Yeah.
That's what we call her, mama.
Mama. Mama Beachy.
Mama Beachy.
She sent in some to-do-ins. So you guys, I want you to tell it.
Okay.
Because this is really cool. I thought this was great.
All right, so if she said in the to-do-ins that I'm thinking, it was from our fair day.
Yeah.
So Deerfield Fair is a major deal in the Beachy family, but obviously that wasn't happening this year. So my parents planned out this whole family fair day where they recreated elements of the fair, and we went and did it together. So some of it was like making our own fair food. We went, okay, this first picture here, my brother and his little boy Peter, my brother Joel, are at a petting zoo. So we did find one that was open, and we went there. So Peter is staring at the cows. He really liked the cows. He actually cried when we left them at one point because he didn't want to say goodbye to the cows. So we went and did a whole bunch of different stuff. Oh, that's Knightley. And it kind of looks like that sheep is biting him, but they were actually like becoming friends. They liked each other. So there were a lot of sheep at this place. Let's see the next one. Oh, we went apple picking. That's my sister Joy. So we didn't make caramel apples. We could. We still have a lot of them left. We each picked like a peck of apples. We did breakfast at a place called Thunderbridge. We went and did a family breakfast all together for the to-do-ins for the fair day. Let's see. I think there's one more. And that's our mom. Oh, we did a corn maze too. We found a place that had a corn maze open, which sounds a lot cooler than it actually was. I will tell you that. I mean, it was a great idea, but you basically just walk around and look at corn.
What's the name? You got to find your way out.
Yeah, it was really, really easy to find the way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went the advanced corn maze.
Yeah, it was not actually that like stimulating. It wasn't challenging, but I mean, we did it together. It was a family experience. But the whole day was a really cool idea. I like that my parents did that. They were like, well, we could just sit here and be sad about what we're not doing, or we could do something different.
Love that.
Yep.
Couple follow-up questions.
Yes. Okay.
Did you say you picked a peck?
We picked a peck.
What's a peck?
Of apples.
What?
I don't know what it compares to as far as like liters or ounces, or I have
Roughly,
no
how much
idea.
is a peck?
It's a bag of apples about like, okay, yay high, that size-ish, a peck.
So it's smaller than a bushel.
It is smaller than a bushel, I think. How big is a bushel?
I don't know.
A bushel, I picture like a basket.
Yeah. Well, no, I think maybe you got a bushel and a basket and a peck.
Yeah. A peck is a bag, like that.
Sack of apples.
Sack of apples. Apples.
You gonna cook some apples and a dessert?
Nope. Oh, eat them with caramel though.
Why not?
Why do you want to turn them into mush? Don't do that to the fruit.
Butter and sugar and cinnamon. That's why.
I mean, that's good, but destroy the poor fruit.
How about this? You could make a concoction of butter, cinnamon, and sugar.
Yes.
Dip your apples.
That would probably be delicious.
That probably would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Changing the game right now. Okay.
I would do that.
And there was a dog.
There was a dog.
Dog is
Knightley.
Knightley. I thought I heard that.
Yeah. My parents' dog.
Great name for a dog. Why Knightley?
I'm pretty sure my mom named him after a Jane Austen character. Okay. Mr. Knightley.
Mr. Knightley.
It's Mr. Knightley.
Okay, so the dog's name is Mr. Knightley.
It's Mr. Knightley.
Thank you.
To the family, he is Knightley. We dropped the Mr.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I would only refer to him as Mr. Knightley.
Yes, because he doesn't know you. Yeah. So.
I would probably actually call him Mr. most of the time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He doesn't like leaving the house that much. He's a homebody type of a dog, so it was very courageous of him to go check out the sheep visit the other animals. He did a good job.
Appreciate that.
He's a little sweetie.
And then the little fella with the sweet shirt. He was
Peter.
Peter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Likes the cows.
Yes.
I see you, Peter.
Yeah.
I like cows too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought he might be scared of them because he's a year old. He hasn't been around big animals that much, and we were kind of prepared for, they might freak him out.
Yeah.
Oh no, he loved them.
Of course.
Yeah. The only crying was when we had to leave the cows and say goodbye to them. I think he wanted to take one home.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a good day though.
That's fun.
Yep.
I love it.
Those are some of the to-do-ins that we had. We would love to see any others out there.
It was a nice.
Yeah.
That's a great pivot and great idea. Love that. People are being creative.
Yeah, they are.
I love that. I think that taps into the identity that God's given us. We're created in His image, and the very first thing we learn about God is He's creative.
Yep.
In the beginning, God created. And the first thing we learn about people is we were created in His image.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Which means we're creative too.
Let's go.
It's pretty sound reasoning.
I think so. Be creative. Speaking of creative,
Yes.
we all want to know. I mean, those are some good fam to doings.
Right.
But what'd you do last night?
What did I do last night? I will tell you what I did last night because I was very excited about it.
Oh, sure.
All right, I have a home group of students that meet at my house every Wednesday night. Last week, one of my students, Sadie, and I were talking about thrift stores because we're both into thrift stores and thrifting. And she told me her favorite thrift store is this place in Hooksett called Corey's Closet, and I had never been there. So I'm like, cool, I get to discover a new place and go try out. So I went there last night to Corey's Closet, and it was so good. Okay, first of all, it was really well organized, which I pay attention to. I'm like, what's the layout of the store? How's it looking? Really well, really clean, really well set up. I scored some really good finds at this thrift store, which I was excited about. I found this wool coat that I've been looking for, like everywhere. Like a particular type of like winter wool coat, and I found one there for $8.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. It was so good.
Doesn't have a herringbone print, does
No, it doesn't have a herringbone print. It's like the camel colored
those
one.
are sharp.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah, so I was pretty excited about that.
I've been looking for a couple of years
Yeah.
for the herringbone
Well,
print.
I didn't
wool
even
coat.
check the guys' coat
Or not
section, but
print.
I'm sure it will be back, so. But the coolest thing about Corey's Closet is that, so I met Corey himself while I was there for like a minute. He's a young man with Down syndrome. It's named after him.
Okay.
And Corey's Closet has this mission to train up and provide employment for young adults who are developmentally different. And so their whole thing is like I was talking with the lady at the counter who was like ringing my stuff up, and she's the volunteer coordinator, so she coordinates like all of the like stock and organizing of the store is all done by young adults who are developmentally different or with disabilities. And so they're getting job training and they're getting like equipped to go out and be in the workforce. And it was I was like, I could tell. As soon as I walked into this place, I knew it had a really cool vibe.
That's a great
And
find.
I was like, and all of the proceeds go back to supporting that. So
That's
like,
fantastic.
so anyway, Corey's Closet, it was a great find. I really enjoyed it. That was what I did last night.
So you paid
It made me happy.
you paid $8.
Yes. Oh, I also found another shirt too, and I found a really nice blazer for $7. So it was
You didn't
some
try to
good
haggle,
finds.
you paid
Oh
it.
no! I paid that. I wanted to support them anyway.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
they were already good finds. Yeah, I was excited about that.
This is how far behind I am.
Okay.
I'd never heard the phrase developmentally different before.
I didn't either, but that's what she said.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
that is fantastic.
Yes, I thought that was some cool phrasing because I'm like, yeah, look at
I
that.
do too. Well, I love how, man, I feel like it just was right in your vernacular right away.
I see. It's the language thing again. Like I paid attention to what she said, and I was like, I really like the way
like
you
that.
just phrased that. I thought like it was so respectful towards people and like honoring towards them. I'm like, I want to use that. That's
I think
cool.
it's more
I love
accurate.
that, and it's more accurate.
Yeah, for me, all those things
Yep.
true too, because I'm down on that.
Yeah.
But for me, like, words are so important because I want to be clear and concise
Yes.
and use an economy of words. And to me, that feels more accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Developmentally different.
Yeah, she seemed cool. The whole place was. I liked it.
Yeah.
So there you go. A new thrift store find.
Right on.
Yeah. That was the highlight of my evening. I also made some food and stuff, but read a book. But yeah, Corey's Closet.
Corey's Closet.
That was the deal.
Nice.
Bo,
Yes.
what did you do last night?
I don't.
I could just keep talking about Corey's Closet.
Well, you could. I'd be all right with that. I mean, there's other stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
Almost, like, No, there's nothing.
Well, no?
No, nothing I want to talk about last night. It's none of your business.
If only you'd been to Corey's closet. You would have had something cool to talk about.
I'm not going out much these days. When I was leaving, I was a little late this morning.
Oh, okay. Didn't even notice.
Well, when I was... Thank you for that. But when I was leaving the house, I had a slight detour.
Okay.
There was a deceased chipmunk.
Oh, no.
In front of the doggy door in the house.
Oh, okay. Placed there?
I believe so. I don't know which dog's trying to send a message.
Okay.
Or what's going on here, but
like complaining about the food you provide or something?
Not sure, but there was a chipmunk, and I had one of these moments like, I'll get it later, or see if it's still there when I get home. And I was like, why? Why am I gonna do that? So I picked it up and I put it on Ace's pillow. No, I really didn't.
No,
I didn't do that. No.
I really actually kind of hope that it probably would not be like very hygienic to do that. I mean,
I cleaned up the chipmunk. Yeah, love the chippies.
I know.
I don't know what this one did to deserve.
They're usually pretty fast. I'm surprised if one of the dogs caught them.
I think it was a dog. We have 3.
Right.
And so Charlie Brown.
Right.
She's not been on the show.
Okay. Yeah.
She's the one that watches through the window, and every now and then will go. So I think she caught one.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of impressive, Charlie Brown.
I thought
she must be really fast.
Yeah, she's quick dog.
Yeah. Wow. Poor little chipmunk.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well.
He had a good run, maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Maybe he died of natural causes.
There could be that.
Yeah, his guts just fell out. Okay, that went dark. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Not a chipmunk.
But I do want to talk about the verse of the day.
Yes.
YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day. And our verse of the day comes from Matthew chapter 6. So Sermon on the Mount. And Jesus is talking about prayer. And he says, and when you pray, do not keep on babbling like the pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. I'm going to read it one more time. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like the pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. All right, Johanna, what jumps out at you there?
They think they will be heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's kind of what jumps out, because I'm like, so Jesus is saying this, right? It's still part of the Sermon on the Mount at this point.
Oh, yeah.
When he's saying this, he's talking about prayer.
Yeah, the Lord's Prayer is right there.
Okay, it's like right after. Yeah.
When you pray, go into your closet. Yeah.
And I think that's important. Like, it would be easy to be like, this is like a commandment about like how you're supposed to pray or how you're not supposed to pray. But like when Jesus is saying something, like there's a lot of freedom and love involved in it when we follow what he's saying. And so what jumps out to me that is like, what he's saying is like their motivation, like it's not bad to talk a lot in prayer. Like if you want to talk for a while, that's okay. But what he's talking about is like the motivation for why they're doing that is because they think like if they babble and go on and on or are really eloquent and like say like really fancy prayers, then they will be heard because of it. And Jesus is like, you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to try to like come up with the fancy prayer that will mean that God will now hear you. Like he already knows what you need and he's already listening. I find like such like comfort and freedom in thinking about that Jesus is pointing out like their motive for why they're doing that is like, it's almost like they're trying to manipulate or like make sure that they're heard if they say it in a certain way. He's like, you can just forget about all that junk. Like God knows what you need already and you just talk with him. Like it's reassuring for me to hear that. There have been times when I pray, like this morning I was praying about something and I didn't even have the words to be able to say. Like I just didn't have words. I was just like saying God's name. That was like all that would come out. And I'm like, I know that he knows what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I think that's the best place you can get sometimes in prayer, so when you run out of words.
Yeah.
Yeah. The faster you do that, sometimes the better. Have you ever had somebody who was talking to you and they were just babbling?
Yes. And I'm sure I've done that to people before too. I know that I have, but yes, I have.
This happens to me sometimes, and not all the time when this is going on, but sometimes when this is going on, I'm trying to listen and engage, and they're just like, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then when they pause, I'll go, it sounds to me like you're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, I'm just asking because like, I'm not sure I'm even involved in what's going on right now. You just which I'm happy to, you know, to just sit here and let you kind of, let me be your journal, I guess.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever.
No, I'm thinking through. I'm like, yeah, I've been in situations where that is exactly what it feels like.
I would think you would.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's been like not in a mean way. I don't ever want to be mean to somebody. Like I get it, but like that's a question I like to ask people. Are you trying to get, like, why are you trying to get into me? Because I think that sometimes that's what we are doing with God is like when we're just babbling on, we're trying to, it's really, because he says pagans, you know, so like there's a false God kind of complex here. Like, you know, I think we become God. Like, God, I'm going to try to convince you to do what I want and what I think needs to be done here, as opposed to, hey, here's where I am, here's what I'm experiencing, this is what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. All right, God, what do you say?
Yeah.
What do you have?
Yeah.
And then the thought, too, that there's like some kind of magic formula in prayer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, like the formality of prayer.
And I love that Jesus gives us this like guide for prayer and like a starting point. But I do think it comes back to what he's saying there. Like, it's not about the words that you're using. Yeah.
Or even sometimes people saying, you know, like, I don't know how to pray, you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, working with kids a lot, that comes up so much. Kids will be like, I've been in a lot of rooms and groups where it's the kids' first time ever praying out loud, and they're really scared. Like, I don't know the right way to pray. I don't know the right words, and it's like, it's such a cool moment to be like, you can feel freedom from that type of like weird burden and pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and then as you know, like pastors, we sometimes can reinforce that. Like some of the best sermons I've ever heard were in prayers.
Like, very eloquent speech.
What was that? You know?
Yeah.
That's why, you know, we've shifted a lot to, you know, to the King. You know.
Yeah.
Let's remember to the King.
To the King.
God, please give me one person to share your love with. You know, and then just be still and quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 2 verses of the day.
There were 6 and 7, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know, 7 and 9.
It says 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Matthew 6, 7 and 8.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes they do that. That's good stuff.
Sure is.
Love that. Okay. So you went to Corey's closet. I went to Bo's closet.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that my closet calendar is developmentally different. I wouldn't give it that much credit.
Okay.
But
I'm always so excited because you just don't know what it's.
I know.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, last week was not a good week for the closet calendar.
Okay.
This week I've taken a peek.
Okay.
I'm pleased.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah. So today is a fun fact.
Ooh, okay. I like facts, and I like when they're fun.
I was excited to share this with you. It's about cupcakes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Cupcakes.
So here you go. Cupcakes have been around since the late 1700s. The first mention of the cupcake can be traced as far back as 1796, when a recipe notation of a cake to be baked in small cups was written in American Cookery by Amelia Sims. Cupcakes were actually originally called number cakes, or 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes, because it was an easy way to remember portions. 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 4 eggs, 1 cup of milk, and a spoonful of soda.
Huh. This was interesting.
Fact.
It is a fun fact. Not something you would like go about your day needing to know, but it's fun to know it. It's a fun fact.
Fun fact.
So are they saying that cupcakes are an American invention?
That's what I'm reading.
I mean, that's what it sounds like the closet calendar is
Written
saying.
in American Cookery. That's the name of the book. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Wait, what was the phrase that she used? A cake for small cups?
a cake to be baked in small cups.
And there you go. Shorten it right up. It's a cupcake.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes. That's kind of interesting about the
Yeah, like the measurements for the
measurements.
ingredients and stuff.
Cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 4 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1 spoonful of soda. Well,
Yeah, I'm already lost on. I've already
1,
forgotten
2,
them.
3, 4, 1.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, well, it happened.
Well, they tried.
Okay.
Well, that was kind of a cool one, though. It was a fun fact. Thanks, closet calendar.
when it comes to cupcakes and the little wrapper on the outside, how do you feel about the foil wrappers versus the paper?
I feel like the paper wrappers come off easier.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't, okay, I'm not a baker, so I don't get why you have to have it there. Is it going to stick to the pan without it? Is that why?
Yeah, it's to make cleanup easier.
Because they're such a pain.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't like that.
No. We can't like figure out something different other than sticking paper in the pan that I have to pull off later.
And cupcakes were, you know, like this, like a cupcake.
Yeah.
And now, like, you go and, like, you have cupcake places, and it's like this.
Oh, what?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a cake.
It's like, that cupcake
if it
could
can't
feed 12 of me.
If it can't fit in a cup, it's just a cake.
Well, you can get a
you
big
no longer.
Cup.
I mean, a typical cup, like a mug. I think a cupcake would have to be able to fit inside one of those.
Well, that would still
to earn the name cup cake.
Who are you?
That's my opinion, anyway.
Okay.
I don't even actually eat cupcakes,
I don't either. Fun fact.
Enjoy them. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in our kitchen, there's another calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate on the fridge.
Love having days to celebrate.
Me too. Always a good reason.
It's always something.
Here's something I don't know that I've ever celebrated before.
Okay.
National Fossil Day.
Wow.
National Fossil Day.
Yay, fossils!
Well, I guess if you're like a, I don't know, like a paleontologist.
Paleontologist? Yeah. That is the extent of all of my knowledge about fossils. They are studied by people who are called paleontologists. That's
do they study fossils?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Right.
If they don't, then I actually have no knowledge about fossils because that's all I thought I knew.
Well, today is National Fossil Day, so maybe educate yourself.
Yeah, maybe it will be a good way to celebrate them would be to learn what they are.
Yeah.
And then celebrate the fossils.
So I was told that we have some pictures of some fossils.
Okay.
And that we don't know what they are, but like we get to like a.
Whoa.
Well, this is tough because we don't know what the scale is.
I was gonna say I can't tell like how big or small that is because my first thought is gecko. Yeah,
it kind of looks like a lizard. Like a leaping lizard.
Some sort of a lizard is what I'm thinking with that one. Do we get to find out what it is?
No, we don't know. They're just random fossils.
Okay.
So in the chat, you guys, you can name whatever that is.
If any of you in the chat know what this is, tell us.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
What is?
I see claws. I definitely see claws.
Okay. Like Santa Claus?
No, like
we have fossil proof of.
Like tiger claws.
Okay.
Oh.
What is that?
I don't know, but that looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
It makes me think of, like, have you ever looked inside a termite mound?
I haven't.
Or beehive? Okay. It looks like something from the insect world.
I don't know. Oh, no. I don't think so.
That is a mermaid.
That could be a merman.
That could be a merman or a mermaid, but it is a mer-person of some sort is what that looks like.
What?
That scares me.
Yeah, I don't know about. Okay.
Oh, wow. I really hope someone out there knows what some of those things were.
Yeah.
Fossils. Because those were my best guesses. Fossil Day.
Fossil Day.
Celebrating Fossil Day.
Fossil Day.
Do you know, this is a genuine question, what is classified as a fossil? Like how does something become a fossil?
I think, yes, as soon as you're over 70. Like
that's in the science textbooks.
70. No, just kidding.
Huh.
You're a fossil. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to celebrate Fossil Day by learning what they are. There you go.
You can report later.
Okay.
All right, I guess, yeah. I mean, hey, it's a day.
It's a day.
Yeah.
There is always something to celebrate, and sometimes things you would never expect.
That's right. And then it's an opportunity to learn.
Mm-hmm. That's something to celebrate.
I like that.
I like chances to learn stuff.
Me too. Yep. Yeah, and if you're learning, you're not. Well, look, I'm not worried about the old thing. Like, I'm getting older. I'm glad.
We all are.
I'm embracing it.
Every day.
I know. So it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, me neither.
But I love the young at heart. Yeah, it's really cool. So keep learning.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah, on Monday we get some motivation.
So much motivation. It sets the course for the week.
Tuesday we're supposed to get some tips.
Yep.
But old Scatter Park Drew Crisp.
Oh dear.
Yeah. He brings something. But
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of what not to do, maybe.
Hey, there are many different types of tips.
Right. And
some of them could be what to avoid as a life tip.
Do not do as I do.
Sure.
One of the tips I give my kids pretty regularly is, hey, have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or half the things I would. You should be okay.
Yeah, it's a good tip.
That's a good tip. And then Wednesday, we got a little Wednesday Wonder.
Wednesday Wonder.
Yeah, I wonder what you're going to give us.
Okay, I said that there's a lot of different types of tips, which is true. There's also a lot of different types of wonder. So there's some wonder that just fills you with awe or makes you go like, oh, that's so sweet. And then there's some wonder that is like, I wonder if I would actually do that, or I wonder how a person can do that. So I am sharing a Wednesday Wonder with you all today that filled me with that type of wonder. So we have a little video of Inbar, who is an 8-year-old in Israel, and her pet snake that she goes swimming with.
No, she doesn't. This is a nightmare.
With that, I think you need to just see this Wednesday Wonder.
Okay.
My name is Inbal. I like to swim with my snake.
Hard no.
Yeah, that would be the same for me. Nope. I wouldn't do it if someone paid me enough money. But just like for kicks or for fun, nope. I couldn't do it.
That's like a nightmare.
I know. Inbar is like, this is what I do for fun. I swim with my pet snake, Belle. The snake's name is Belle.
Belle?
Belle.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad you love your pet, and it's just, but that really. Have you ever like seen a snake in water, like in person?
Yes, I have. It's terrifying.
Like
like moving on the land is freaky enough, but snakes swimming?
Ah. Yeah, it's like I have, like, here's a phrase. The water skier fell into a pool of water moccasins.
No. I'm curious to know if any of you would do this.
Maybe a nest of water moccasins. Yeah.
Actually, though, to be honest, that is like worse to me than a python. Like a bunch of smaller snakes, like because water moccasins are like small, sneaky snakes, right?
Well, venomous too.
I couldn't get that to come out. Small, sneaky snakes.
They're small, sneaky snakes.
They're small, sneaky snakes. I feel like I would actually swim with a python before I would go in any water with a little snake.
Ugh.
Terrifying. Yeah. Apparently she thinks it's fun.
Okay.
Yep. The world is full of wonders of all kinds.
Yep.
But seriously, I want to know if you would do this. If anyone out there would actually go swimming with a python.
Everybody's bold on the internet. Well, of course I would. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what else is wonderful?
I wouldn't be able to. A union leader.
That's right. Right here at the top.
Wow, okay.
It's got dollar signs for S's. It says, missing something? Question mark. You might be included in the state's abandoned property list.
What?
Find out Thursday and Sunday in the Union Leader.
Abandoned property list? They kind of make it sound like you're going to get some money if you are.
Pretty sure that's an ad.
Oh, okay.
No, don't worry about it too much.
All right.
Got some money out there. All right. Yeah, newspaper.
It's a great one.
Yeah, we got a small prayer on the front page.
That's always my favorite.
I love that. So small prayer says, with you, Lord, something wonderful is at hand. Well, Wednesday wonder right there.
It happened today. I think maybe the union leader knew. It's a Wednesday. It's wonderful. They put that right in there.
There's a prayer right here.
It's cool.
Front page news.
Something wonderful is at hand.
That's right.
Thing is, with God, that is always true.
If you're looking, seeking you will find. I believe, yeah, if you're looking for something wonderful and what God's up to, you'll see it all over the place. Chuckle's even a little better than normal.
Okay.
Well, it's not
I might chuckle?
I don't know. I'm done. Nope, too much of a setup.
What?
Now I got to read it. If you want other people to dance your tune, don't play it on bagpipes.
Wait, what?
If you want other people to dance to your tune, don't play it on bagpipes. Like you want other people to be in rhythm with, yeah.
I think I missed that one at first, and then I was like, but wait, don't bagpipes make you dance?
No, well, could, I guess.
I have a neighbor who lives next to me who plays the bagpipes.
Yeah,
It's actually, that sounds like I'm saying that as like, oh no, but it's actually kind of cool because he very rarely ever plays it. And then when he does, it's kind of like this weird random like, and he's actually good. Like he can actually play stuff. It's I don't know, it's kind of cool. I like hearing the bagpipes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he did it like every other day, that might be a different
Do you go out and dance with him?
I never have.
Okay.
No, so I guess I should have chuckled.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying you should have chuckled. I don't know what makes you laugh. That's about it on that section.
Okay.
It's Wednesday, so we get the flavors.
Food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today's cabbage.
Oh, interesting. Well, cabbage is cabbage. It's a little hard to spice it up.
I just don't like cooked cabbage very much.
Yeah.
I like it raw just fine.
Yeah, I put it in salads and stuff like that.
Slaws.
I very rarely actually had it where it is good cooked, but I think you have to really know what you're doing with cabbage to get to that point.
We went to my uncle's ranch once when I was a kid, like Thanksgiving time. It was cold outside. We went in their kitchen and they were making cabbage soup. It was not a pleasant aroma.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it in soup. I don't know how that would be.
Yeah. Heard about that.
Isn't coleslaw cabbage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like a nice slaw.
Yeah.
Didn't like it when I was a kid, but
yeah, I didn't either. But
like
if you there's good coleslaw.
You put it on a sandwich.
I've never done that.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious.
Sounds kind of good.
Okay. Then there's this other article I'm really excited about.
Okay.
From the circus.
Ooh, not an article.
It's important. So we get our little fella here, and looks like he's been playing hard.
Sure does.
Good boy. I like that. Boy's been out playing hard, and he's asking his mom a question here. He says, "What does mean?" I think that's how you say it. What does mean? That's what Grandma said when I walked by.
Okay.
What does? You know what?
Yeah.
I just got to applaud the entire dynamic that's happening right here. Like everything about this is fantastic. This kid, his job is to play.
Yes,
And
he's a child.
And he's been out. I mean, it looks, I don't know exactly what he's been doing, but he's been getting after it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, way to go, boy. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And he walks by Grandma. Grandma, I love this. Again, this family dynamic is perfect.
Okay.
Like, looks like she's knitting in the background, and she's minding her own business. That away, Grandma.
Right.
You don't need to get all up in that. You don't have to insert yourself into this equation. You know, she just gives a when he walks by.
Yeah.
And now this little fella is like, all right, what does that mean? I'm trying to understand, what that means. And so he's asking his mom a clarifying question. I mean, I think we've got, family roles that are being played out in a really positive way. And I just love this.
Yeah, okay. Bo, question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone, you?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So you know what Grandma's meaning when she says that?
Yeah.
I think,
it's a way of applauding with your mouth. Like great job. Like,
no.
I salute you. You really did it.
Okay. Is scolding. So I'm pretty sure Grandma in this situation is being a little passive aggressive, and she's not agreeing with you about like, way to go, boy, playing with all you've got, enjoying yourself. She's being a little like, you're trekking dirt into the house is what Grandma's doing here.
Are you
I'm 100% positive about that, which means you should maybe reflect on any time that anyone is.
A lot of people, they point. It's a point thing.
Yeah.
And I just like, I just thought they're like.
Yeah. No, that's
it.
like. Yeah, that's what Grandma's doing there.
Well, maybe time for Grandma to go home. Stage, you're welcome. Or put her in a home.
Yeah, instead of like applauding, what a great job playing, she's going a different direction. Is Grandma.
Back page here?
Nope. No?
I don't know.
Nothing at all.
I don't know. A lot of people are pushing rewatching The West Wing, the TV show.
I can't rewatch it because I've never watched it.
Me too.
So.
I didn't watch it either, but yeah, it's actually, I've heard several people mention like.
Interesting.
Yeah, watch The West Wing. Oh, it's in, they put it on the back page. Yeah.
I guess it's a big deal if it's in the Union later.
Apparently. We made it. I'm going to do a little Everyday with Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
Every day. Our daily devotions in 140 characters or less. Our thought for the day says, love is our fuel. When we fail to submit ourselves to the love of God, we end up empty and motionless. Facts. And then we have a verse from Ephesians 3, verse 17 through 19. So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power together with all the saints to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ. And to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. Yeah, God's love is what fills us up, and His love is our fuel. And so if we're not submitting ourselves to the love of God, we wind up empty and motionless.
Yep. I like the analogy you used there because it reminds me of that whole, like that saying, people like you can't pour out of an empty cup. Which is a great saying. It's true. Like, let God's love fill you up so it can overflow out of you and be poured into the life of others. But I like thinking about it like a car too, because it's also like you're not going to even get anywhere if you let your gas tank just go empty.
Yep. Used to be an analogy that was used a lot, like in churches or pastors. They would, say like, just because you're in a garage doesn't make you a car.
Yeah.
Just because you went to a church service doesn't make you a Christian kind of thing, or whatever. Which is, again, probably a total misrepresentation of what the church is, and bad analogy all the way around. But I was thinking a lot, like that thought coming back to the kind of car analogy was like. Our faith is a gift from God. And it's like He puts a car in the garage and He hands us the keys. And here we have this gift. And if that car just sits there, my question would be, did we receive the gift? I think maybe, the car's there. But what God really gave us was not a car. He gave us a gift of transportation.
Yeah.
And so, so we receive something, but if we don't use it, if we don't put it into practice and live it out and take it out and use it for what it's intended for, then have we really embraced the gift?
Right.
Or maybe just, part of it. I mean, I have this, but I'm not using it. So, I've experienced that. Like, I've given, somebody a gift that I thought would be really useful and I thought would be really great for them, and, it sits on the shelf.
Yeah,
and they're like, I really appreciate it.
They got the gift, I guess, but they're not like actually experiencing the gift.
Really disappointing.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. Okay. It's good.
God wants us to drive the car.
That's right. Filled with His love.
Yes.
Not empty.
Yeah.
Full.
Yeah, you're not going to go anywhere empty.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yep.
All right. Powerful and important. So let's move on to the trivial.
Yes. Okay.
I want to play a little Trivial Pursuit. So the way this works, 6 questions on a card. If you get all 6 right, make a guess. I'm going to guess at all 6.
Try.
Some kind of guess. If you get all 6 right, we will send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box.
There you go.
So inside the Fun Dip box, we now have Pop Rocks.
So you get a double experience because you get Pop Rocks if you win that were also a part of Fun Dip box.
They were in the Fun Dip box.
Wow.
So we've given away all the Fun Dips. Now we moved on to Pop Rocks in a Fun Dip box. I would love to pull some Pop Rocks out today.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So we have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit, and then the 40th anniversary edition. Old cards, new cards, dealer's choice.
New.
Going new. You can just pull right from the front if you want, because those are, anyway.
Here. Okay.
Drew a card at random. So we're going to play. Play
Yep.
along, get all 6 right. You get some Pop Rocks. I want some Pop Rocks. I haven't had any yet.
Okay.
Maybe today's the day.
Maybe today could be the day.
All right.
C'est le jour.
Here we go.
Ready. Blue.
Blue, geography.
Which bird features on Ecuador's flag? I have no idea. If you know, put it in the chat.
What bird is on the flag of Ecuador?
Yes. What bird is featured on Ecuador's flag?
An Ecuadorian bird. Man, I have no idea.
Interesting.
The raven. Crow.
No, but it
Ow.
does start with C.
Canary.
Condor.
The condor?
The condor.
All right, no Pop Rocks for me. Golly.
Ecuador's flag. They came right out of the gate with a, whew, all right, they're not messing around today.
Condor.
The condor.
Okay.
All right, pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Which late night talk show host was voted most likely to replace David Letterman in his school days?
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Most likely to replace David Letterman
In his school days. Which they don't specify, but I'm guessing school days, would they mean like high school?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm going to go with, well, now so I can't think of his name. Jimmy Fallon.
Da-ding!
All right.
Yes, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
He's funny.
I
Okay.
think so.
Yellow.
Yellow, history.
Which of these household appliances was invented first? Dishwasher, electric vacuum cleaner, or microwave oven? So which was invented first? A dishwasher, electric vacuum cleaner, or a microwave oven? I want to guess with this one, because I feel like they probably were all invented around the same time. I'm guessing 50s.
Well, the only thing I think could be a curve is microwave oven might be the answer. It
Really?
was invented and then just not popularized until much
Maybe.
later.
Oh, that, yeah.
So that could be, sometimes
could
they
be
throw
that.
a little,
Okay.
little trickery in
Yeah.
there. I'm going to say the dishwasher.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay. Dishwasher by Josephine Cochrane in 1886.
Yeah, it's an old one. I was pretty sure about that, that had been around for a long time.
Wow. All right, that is a lot earlier than I was thinking.
Well, you can
Okay.
have a dishwasher without electricity,
That's
too.
true.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Yeah. Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Which magazine shares its name with a novel by William Thackeray? Thackeray.
Thackeray? Oh, little Thackeray?
William Thackeray.
Okay. Which magazine
shares a name with a novel written by William Thackeray?
The answer to this question is Esquire. No. I didn't know.
Vanity Fair.
Oh, same thing. That makes more sense.
Yes.
Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair.
Okay.
Is there a novel named Esquire, or were you just completely guessing?
Oh, total guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Green.
Green, science and nature.
Which famous astrophysicist warned that full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race?
Astrophysicist.
Yes. Famous astrophysicist who warned that full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race.
I have no idea. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know. Who is it?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen.
I didn't even realize he was an astrophysicist,
I didn't
honestly.
think of him as an astro. But yeah, now that I think,
Yeah. All right.
Weird. I've read 4 of his books.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't read any of
so
his books
I
yet.
probably should have guessed him.
Interesting.
My bad.
All right. Well, that's his warning, apparently.
I had a brief history of time in the universe in a nutshell. The edition I bought was illustrated as well. So
Fun.
Well, I didn't really. Yeah, they had pictures and graphs and stuff that helped
Okay.
a little.
Yeah. To
in
understand what he
what he
was
was
talking
saying.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would actually find
it
that
was
helpful.
helpful. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Professional football and soccer both field the same number of players. True or false?
How many? Well, yeah. I mean, I know how many football.
So the question is, do you know how many soccer?
Um,
So it says, I don't know if this is helpful specification. Professional football and soccer both field the same number of players. So that would mean like they can have the same number of players out on the field at a time, not just like on the team or whatever, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My answer is yes.
So true or false? You're saying true?
True.
True.
11.
Yes, each side fields 11 players in both sports.
True.
There we go.
All right.
It was like
4 out of 6.
Four. Okay. Decent showing.
I think. I don't know.
So
Maybe.
back here is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Here we are.
Okay.
Well.
I did not get all. I still get no Pop Rocks.
No Pop Rocks.
I really want the
Not
Pop
yet.
Rocks.
The day will come.
It will.
Yeah.
It's coming. But if you got all 6 right, let us know.
Tell us.
Send you congratulatory Pop
if
Rocks.
You knew about the condor.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yep.
So I hate it when they get your
Started strong.
number 1. Yeah. That's a tough one. Okay. It's time for one of my all-time favorite segments on This Is the Day.
Okay.
JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review.
JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review.
Okay. I'm excited about the book reviews today because you get some bonus books today in recommendation. So for a kid's book, I am recommending both Forge and the book that comes before it, which is a book called Chains. It's from the Seeds of America series by Lori Halls Anderson, which she is a great writer. She's written a whole bunch of kids and like teen books. So I really enjoy her writing style. This is about some kids during like the American Revolution because I'm a big fan of kids learning about history through books and reading about like kids during that time. So I'd recommend Chains or Forge. You should read Chains first because this is the sequel to it and it carries out the character stories. So Chains, Forge, Lori Halls Anderson for fiction. Or for kids' books, I mean. For fiction for you guys today is a book that I absolutely loved. I don't have it with me because I got it from the library. It's called The Island of Sea Women by Lisa C. And it tells the story of true life, real historical community of women called the Hainyo. The Hainyo, and they are a community of women. So there's people that live on Jeju Island, which is like, I believe off the southern coast of Korea, and they were deep sea divers starting in like the late 1800s, I think, into like through the early 1900s up until like the 1970s or something like that. These women would go fishing, like deep sea fishing with no scuba gear, and they were studied by scientists as having like the highest like tolerance to hypothermia of any people group in the world. So interesting and cool. Her book was fascinating. It was all about that community. You felt like you were dropped right into their culture and learned about what it would have been like during that time and that experience. So would highly recommend that one. That was so good. The Island of Sea Women by Lisa C. For nonfiction book recommendation for today, you also get a twofer, double book day. I'm recommending this one, None Like Him by Jen Wilkin. The title is 10 Ways That God is Different from Us and Why That's a Good Thing. And it was such a cool book, so well written. She's a Bible scholar, and she wrote this book just basically talking about things like, you know, God is infinite, God is self-sufficient, like how it was such a great and good thing. We're not like that, but he is, and just studying these different characteristics of him. And then she has a follow-up one that goes with it, in his image, 10 ways God calls us to reflect his character. So 10 ways that we are like God and called to reflect his character. So I really appreciate her books a lot. She's a great Bible teacher, and just kind of diving through, like, especially this one, I'd start with this one, she wrote it first, the 10 ways that God is different from us, which is just a really cool thing to explore and think about. So that is JoJo's Boom Boom Book Review for today.
Right on.
Double book day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those
you
are
got like five
books
for today.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like the covers on the last ones.
Yeah.
I really do.
Okay.
They're appealing to me. Well, I'm making note of it because before we started, you said it bothered you that it felt like they were being marketed like to women.
They are. They make them flowery and they like make it seem like it's just written for women. It's not. It's for anyone.
Yeah, but I'm telling you from my perspective, I actually find those covers appealing.
Good.
For what it's
Some
worth.
flowers. Flowers are great. They're pretty.
Yeah, well, I've read a number of books that use flowers
Good.
on the cover.
I'm glad that it doesn't make you look at it and go, oh, I can't read that.
I would not have thought that.
Okay,
I
that's good.
personally would not have. I could see how some might, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're thought-provoking. And the Hainyo, they're so cool.
Well, no, I got some follow-up questions I want to ask because I don't know that I want to read the book, but I want to learn.
Yeah.
So, sweet. It's good book reviews.
Thanks.
Well done. This is
That's
the
for
day.
you.
Have a day.
C'est le jour.